All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations, to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth. Pushing this truth out in faith and in all sincerity. I'm their brother Shamala from the GMS Houston camp. All right, and this lesson is going to be, basically going into how that, these people have not received the spirit, of the Lord, right? To be able, to understand this truth, and to understand, the things that we were saying, understand the prophecies, all right? Even accept us, as being those men that were set up, to get this message out, okay? Because the Lord has blessed us, all right, with His Holy Spirit to be able to teach this and to be able to break these scriptures down, all right, to be able to identify prophecy in the earth, all right, all of these, good things, all right. That's the difference between us, and the people, right, which the 2/3, okay, and the Israelites that the Lord, just doesn't desire, right, and that He rejected, okay? And that's not saying, that we are chosen to be saved, all right, because none of us knows that. None of us know that, all right? That's why we say we have the hopeful elect, okay? But we have, a good chance, okay? Well, we know the Lord has called us and revealed this unto us, all right? And that's an important part, all right? And He's given us, faith, all right, to believe, in His Son Yahweh Shai. All right, and that ain't no light thing. But I'll start here, 1 Corinthians 2:7. All right, it says, but we speak the wisdom of the Most High in the mystery, even the hidden wisdom which the Most High ordained before the world unto all glory. Right, the hidden wisdom. Right, or this mystery, okay, and the scriptures, right, without the Holy Spirit is a mystery that cannot be solved. It can only be solved or broken down, right, or understood through the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is what shines that light upon darkness, right, or shines the light, upon things that you can't see. All right, on things that you need, understanding on. All right, the Holy Spirit, opens up your mind, right? And Yahweh Shai, right, dying on the cross, right? That's how we're able to even get the Holy Spirit, okay? And read with understanding, and know what particular scriptures it's talking about, and this and that, right? Which a regular mind wouldn't be able to comprehend, okay? But the Bible, right, the scriptures are written in code. It's written in mysteries and parables, right? Except for the history, okay? And even sometimes with that, right, things that happen in history, it can have, a spiritual meaning to it. All right, you can get some spiritual out of it on why it happened. All right, which as a regular mind, right, would just read that and just take it for what it is. Right, but the Spirit can reveal things to you, and like, man, okay, so that's why Yahweh Shai said this, or that's why this happened, or you start putting pieces together, man. It said which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory. So, we were chosen to receive this, all right, and that's a blessing, all right, that we should never take for granted, because a lot of our people are not going to get this chance, and we won't get this chance ever again. So, we got to go hard this first time. It said, which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified, right, the Lord of glory. But as it is written, eye had not seen, no ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High had prepared for them that love Him. But the Most High revealed them unto us by His Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High. Right? So it said the Spirit searcheth all things, right? The deep things of the Most High. Okay? So the things that are hidden, the things that are a mystery, the secrets of the Lord, right? By the Holy Spirit, those things are revealed unto us, right? Concerning this truth, concerning prophecy, right? The scriptures. Okay? The Lord gives that unto us. All right, freely. All right, through Yahushua. All right. And without it, you're not going to understand the secrets. You're not going to be given, the correct doctrine, the correct understanding, or be led unto Yahushua. All right, because the Most High got to lead you right unto Yahushua. All right, and once that belief comes in Yahushua, right, you get the Holy Spirit. You're sealed. The scriptures speak about being sealed. All right, with that Holy Spirit, right, with the Holy Spirit of promise. All right, the scriptures say that the Holy Spirit, right, is the down payment. I believe it's in Ephesians somewhere. I think it's Ephesians, the 1st chapter. It speaks about, I think it's the earnest of our inheritance, and you're going to say the word earnest. And it speaks about, that the Holy Spirit being it's like a down payment, that the Most High going to come through in the rest of his promises. All right. But it says, for what man knoweth the things of a man, say the spirit of man which is in him. Even so the things of the Most High knoweth no man but the spirit of the Most High. Right, so only you know what's going on in your mind. Right, no other person can come up and tell you what you're thinking. The exact things or the exact words that you're thinking in your mind at a particular moment. Nobody knows that but you. And it said that the same thing with the spirit. All right, but it says, now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is the Most High. So we received that spirit to be able to understand the deep things, to be able to understand the mysteries and the parables and the dark sayings, right? And to understand this truth and to put the pieces together and to be able to teach this thing with 100% accuracy. All right? Because the Lord gave us his spirit. It says that we might know the things that are freely given to us of the Most High, you see? So the Most High freely gives us these things. He doesn't give that to everybody else. We have access, to top level, God-like knowledge. Which, really makes us gods. Right? We're still in this mortal flesh. Right? But through this knowledge, we are like gods. Like when Daniel, believe it's the first couple of chapters. All right, when he, I believe they told Daniel, they told him that the spirit, right, of the gods are within thee. Right, because he was breaking down those dreams, and he was giving an understanding and a meaning. All right, because that's that spirit's within him, or in the same spirit is within us. It says, which things also we speak not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual, right? So when we going into spiritual things and spiritual topics and, precepts and all of these particular things, right? Nobody taught us these things. It's all through the Spirit, right? The Spirit just got to sub with you and deal with you on particular things, right? And then, you just start putting things together, and that's a beautiful feeling, man. Once the Spirit hits you and you start connecting the dots to particular things, and you're like, man, wow, right? And a lot of times it'll happen when you're reading, or it'll happen when you're meditating, right? And the Lord just start feeding you, bro, and you just like, damn. Sometimes you just gotta get up, man, and go walk around. Right, you gotta do something, man. It's too much. It'd be too much energy, too much righteous vibration flowing within you, man. You can't sit still. All right, that's the Holy Spirit, right? And a degree ain't gonna give you that. A degree ain't gonna give you the spiritual aspects, man, of the law or of the history, right, of the scriptures, right? Because people read, like I said, people read this with face value, but the Holy Spirit lets us basically, unlock a different side, to the scriptures. It's like we got, secret access. Like, it's like having a backstage pass. All right. And we the only ones with the access to that. Right. And the Lord got to give out, the access. right, through his son. And you got to be led unto his son. And everybody's not going to be led unto him. Okay? But it says, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. So the natural man cannot receive these things. All right, a carnal man. All right, why? Because they're not spiritual, and the Lord ain't giving them that spirit to be able to understand. So the things that we're saying, right, it's going to be like foolishness unto them. They're not going to be able to comprehend. Right? It's going to sound dumb. Right? It's not going to make sense. Because the Lord ain't dealing with them. The Lord ain't opening up their minds. And it's going to be the case with a lot of our people. They just not going to be able to get it. Right? No matter how much you try to beat it into them, right, or talk about it, or go into different topics or different precepts, it's just not going to penetrate their minds, to where they're going to convert. Right? Because it's like it says in the prophecy of Isaiah, the Lord does not want a lot of our people to wake up, right, just so he can destroy them. Okay? This is John 14, 7 and 17. Even the Spirit of truth, 16. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever, right? That's the Holy Spirit, right? It's the scriptures, right, that comes with that Holy Spirit, right? It got to be coupled together, right, for you to be able to understand it. Because it said that the Holy Spirit shall guide you into all truth. And this is how we're going to have 100% truth and know all things, right, concerning this truth, concerning the scriptures. It says, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. You see, that same Spirit will be, within us. All right, he said the Spirit of truth, which the world cannot receive, whom the world cannot receive. So the world, right, which, I'm pretty sure it's cosmos, right? Yeah, cosmos. So it's going into the Israelites. So all of our people are not going to be able to receive the same spirit that that we have, right? Which is the spirit of Yahushua. And that's why they hate us, man, because they can't understand. They see us breaking down these scriptures, man. We be going into things, right, that Esau ain't never went into, right? We're teaching with authority, all right, and with confidence and with boldness. Right, breaking down these things and letting people know their judgment, letting people know about these prophecies, letting people know what's about to happen. Right, and they don't like that. All right, because they don't respect us. All right, because of we don't look as the people in their minds that should have this knowledge, that should be teaching this, that should be breaking these things down. Now, to them, they take offense to that. And didn't they do that to Yahushua? Yes. Right? They said, hey man, we know your mama, we know your brother, we know your sisters. Alright? They talking about he the son of God. How you the son of God? And hey, we see your daddy. What are you talking about? Alright? Our people gonna do the same thing to us. Alright? They gonna look at us with disdain and look down upon us. But that's cool. That's how it's supposed to be. Alright? This is 1 Corinthians 1:26. For you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, and not many noble are called. Right? So just regular men called into this thing, man. That the Lord had pulled up out of the world to teach this truth. All right, lowly men that he didn't raised up. Right, men that were low in status and in position and raised up. Even if you did have something, the Lord turned you all the way around, man, and gave you something great. Right, to where people can't even recognize you anymore. Right, but for the most part, the Lord like to take the underdog, so to speak. Right, people that are low, right, and use them just so he can use his power. His power can be known through us. All right, he didn't choose the top people, all right, the top scholars, right, the best rapper, the best athlete, the best fighters, the best this, the best that. No, he chose regular men and gave us this knowledge, right, and set us up, man. The Lord then raised us up to new heights, right, to a new status through this word, through this truth. All right, and that's something to be grateful for. all right, and thankful and not proud, all right, because the Lord can take it at any time, all right. But the Lord is using His power or showing His power through us, right? It said the Most High had chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and the Most High had chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, and base things of the world and things which are despised hath the Most High chosen, yea, things which are not, to bring to naught the things that are. So the Most High is using us to tear this world down, tear down the strongholds, tear down any knowledge or anything that exalt itself against these scriptures. Break all of that down, man. Tear down all of the lies prophesied against Esau, Edom. Bro, this word is bringing this place down, and we are playing a major part in the downfall of America, right? Because the Lord saw fit to give us this thing, and now we taking a part of the downfall of our enemies, right? You know, to other people, man, we just average people, man. Just low, poor, whatever, right? Insignificant, all right. But we are playing a major part in this place falling, right? We play a major part in why Esau is doing the things that he's doing and the plans that he's making, and knowing that he got a short time. He hearing us, like Revelation 11 chapter say that he's in fear, But it says 1 Corinthians 1:29 says that no flesh should glory in His presence, right? So, because He's showing His power through us, because we seen that we came from nothing, all right, and the Lord decided to call us into this thing, all right. So we shouldn't glory because it wasn't of us; it was of the Lord that did it, right? And that's really it, So I hope this lesson was edifying to you all. All right, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.